Last night, or today, the president spoke about decertifying the nuclear deal with Iran. And the decertification, the reporting has suggested that this decertification basically is like the president weighing in on his opinion of the deal. He's not killing the deal. He's just weighing in on the opinion of the deal and basically saying Congress needs to weigh in on this and decide what to do. And it is clear, this is an exchange from the Armed Services Committee hearing about a week ago, maybe 10 days ago now, on October 3rd. Jim Mattis was asked a question by Mike Rounds, who is the Republican senator from South Dakota. And this is right after Jim Mattis had given a simple yes answer to Angus King as to whether or not the nuclear deal negotiated by the Obama administration constrains Iran's ability to build a nuclear arsenal. In other words, for that narrow question about what the nuclear deal was supposed to do, is it effective? Jim Mattis, yes. So now Mike Rounds is speaking to Mattis, and Mattis essentially is laying out for Mike Rounds what we're going to do to placate the lunatic that I work for, Donald Trump. We need to give him a toy, essentially, to play with. And so here's what the plan is going to be, Senator. He doesn't lay it out quite like that, but understand that's what it is. And understand, Mattis is not just telling the senators, because he can do that behind closed doors. He's not telling us. He's telling Donald Trump. And that's why he's presenting it this way.
I think Senator King started this out by asking for a yes or no answer from Secretary Mattis. And I'd like to go just a step further than that. With regard to the JCPOA, there is a logic that you have used to determine that it's appropriate to stay within it. Could you share with us the logic that you use in determining that the JCPOA right now is in our, or it is advantageous to us to stay there at this time? Could you share that with the American public?
Absolutely, Senator, and thank you. The point I would make is...
Now, Rounds is saying, can you share that with the American public? Which is, his euphemism is, can you share it with the 3-year-old that sits in the White House? And the subtext under that is also try and look tough and manly, because he likes a big macho guy. All right, good.
Senator, and thank you. The point I would make is, if we can confirm that Iran is living by the agreement, if we can determine that this is in our best interest, then clearly we should stay with it. I believe at this point in time, absent indications to the contrary, it is something the President should consider staying with. There is another requirement where we certify that it's in our best interest, and it goes into a broader definition of national security, broadening beyond the issue, the treaty, or not the treaty, but the agreement itself. That means the President has to consider more broadly things that rightly fall under his portfolio of looking out for the American people in areas that go beyond the specific letters of the JCPOA. In that regard, I support the rigorous review that he has got going on right now.
Thank you, sir.
So there it is. I mean, basically what he's saying is the Iran deal was set up to deal with nukes. There are other issues this government has with the Iranians. They should be kept separate. But we're going to give the president an ability to say, I don't like the other things, because he's a sniveling little baby. And you've got to do something to get the snot out of the sniveling baby's nose, and they don't have the ability to blow their nose themselves because they're babies. So that's what Mattis is saying. He's explaining to the president, we're going to give you something so you can pretend you're better than Obama. And if Trump understood what Mattis was saying, or at the very least, Mattis has got to cover himself a little bit because he probably was using too many big words. But it's possible Trump was just saying, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos